So, in your opinion, what do you think is unique about the University of Bridgeport? What does it have to offer international students, Chinese students maybe?
Well, UB is known for being an international learning community. Part of our mindset and our focus is to create a global learning environment here on campus. To have students from all over the world coming in one place, and there's so much value in that. Meeting people from other countries, you learn that there's more than one way to think, more than one way to analyze a situation, more than one way to solve an individual problem. And as you are exposed both to faculty from various countries and also students in your class working together on a project or something, you become to appreciate that. And I think what happens, you're acquiring academic knowledge through your studies, but at the same time you're growing your mind, you're broadening your heart, and you're learning to appreciate how other countries' perspectives or other different cultures' perspectives, different way of seeing and feeling things. And as a result, I think it makes us bigger people. So one of the things that UB is proud of, one of the things I think we can offer to our students is that experience of being able to leave our university with an excellent academic preparation, but also having had the experience of working directly with people from so many different backgrounds. And then you take those relationships with you when you go home or wherever you go. You remain in the U.S. or to another country. Those are your friends. They're also, they can become business contacts.
Okay. So you like the international students?
I love the international. You know, it's just, we don't have enough of them anymore. I do enjoy them. I think they've really enriched my life, and I think I've enriched theirs too. As a matter of fact, I got to go to Taiwan to visit one of my students there.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That was a while ago.
Have you had any Chinese students?
I have some working for me right now.
Yeah, sure.
So the English Language Institute is the place where students come to learn English so that they're ready to be successful at the university. And we have we have several levels. Students are placed in the level that's best for them. And then when they're finished with the English Language Institute, they can go on to the university and study their academic program. And I think we have had many Chinese students over the years, and we find Chinese students are very motivated to do well. They're basically very good students. Sometimes they have to get used to the change in culture and the change in what we expect in a classroom. And so we are not only helping students improve their English language, but get used to what the American classroom is like and what American teachers and professors expect from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And internships are a requirement for a lot of the majors, and we've had a lot of our students have done very interesting internships. We've had students that have worked for the United Nations. We've had students that work for political campaigns, for the courts, for judges, for law firms. A lot of, ESPN is a sports network in the United States. So
ESPN.
Yeah, and so we've had a lot of students that have done very, interesting things. Yeah. Oh, like 新年快乐.
Yeah.
春节快乐.
春节快乐. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Happy New Year to the students in China.
Okay, see you.
Thank you. See you.
So what does the university do especially for international students, for Chinese students? What kind of support is given to you here?
Well, First of all, right now I'm the co-advisor of the Chinese Student and Scholars Association at UB. And I can tell you from my experience that the university, from top and down to bottom, has been very, very supportive of our, club activity. For right now, the Chinese New Year is coming, so we are having one of our biggest on-campus events on this Friday, which is Chinese New Year Gala. And offices across the campus, like communication office and special events office, they're all being very, very supportive of our event, and we truly appreciate their, their support. And in terms of what UB can offer to international students and especially Chinese students, I think if you think about from a global perspective, China now is becoming it's like a superpower in many people's perspectives. And I think for younger generation like us, it's important for us to know people from a different culture background, to learn how to communicate with them, to learn how to work with them, how to talk to them.
I find in the classroom, the atmosphere is very democratic. So the students will answer the teacher's question freely, without any judgment whether true or not. And also the teachers will give some very, creative questions to encourage the students to join the discussion, to finish some paper after class. So all the atmosphere is very free, without very strict limitation. So the atmosphere is very democratic.
I'm Nadine Boudissa. I'm the Assistant Director of the International Student Services Office here at the University of Bridgeport. And my role is to assist international students with their immigration applications. I also make sure that they're maintaining their legal status here in the United States. And I also plan events for the students. And the events is a great way to help students communicate with each other, to network, to get to know one another, and also to learn about each other's countries as well. It's a great, event planning is a great way to bridge the gap between domestic, international students, as well as faculty and staff members.
I got it. Thank you.
Well, I think one of the advantages the students tell me about is getting a degree in the U.S. sort of broadens their experience. So if they plan to go back to China, there's value to having a degree from the U.S. And I think within the U.S., I tell everybody one of the things that's unique about us is our diversity. We are potentially one of the 10 most diverse MBA programs in the United States. And I think that really is reflected in our student body, but it's also reflected in how we teach and how the students learn. So that's something that they can't get anywhere else. The other focus of our school is really, as I talk about it, I say the earnest successful business is where theory and practice come together for student success. And that's what we're about in the School of Business. So what we do is we have a faculty that's academically prepared, has academic credentials, but they also have professional credentials and have, in fact, myself, I have like 30 years of business experience on top of my academic experience. And if you look at the last 4 faculty members we just hired in the fall, they combined have over 75 years of business and professional experience that they can bring to the classroom.
waking up